Group 4, Dominican Republic, French Guyana, and Bermuda. Quite an eventful group. Straight off the bat, I did not see the Dominican Republic finishing first. I'm sure most of their supporters didn't as well. I actually predicted them to finish last purely on the fact that their preparation wasn't great and their FA, as I was talking about, is a little bit notorious. But fair play to them. They always seem to pull through. They actually got maximum points. Jonathan Fano was the star man for them. He's got a bit of experience in the American soccer pyramid. He used to play for Puerto Rico Islanders. He's their talisman, and he scored against Bermuda and he scored against French Guyana as they won 1-0 and 2-1 respectively. So they're through to the next round. They do know what group they're going to be in. They're going to be in the third round group with Trinidad and Tobago and Martinique. So an interesting group there. French Guyana against Bermuda, the opening game in Group 4. That was abandoned due to a waterlogged pitch. It was lashing with rain in Cayenne, in French Guyana's capital. And after 41 minutes, the referee had to cancel the game, with Bermuda leading 1-0 through Damon Ming. And that game is going to be rearranged. Now, I'm not sure exactly when. I haven't got that detail yet, but I'm sure it'll be imminent. It's going to be, as I say, rearranged because of a waterlogged pitch. And it's going to be very important because both of those teams, Bermuda and French Guyana, are looking to get that final fourth best runner-up place to advance to the third round. Now, I talked about Guadeloupe earlier. This is a little bit complicated. I have really tried to get my head around this, but it is a bit of a complicated system. So Guadeloupe at the moment have 3 points with a goal difference of -1, and French Guyana and Bermuda are both on 0 points with a goal difference of -1, so the same. There are different permutations here. Guadeloupe will not advance to the third round if French Guyana or Bermuda claim victory in normal time. So say if French Guyana win 1-0 at full time, French Guyana go through, same with Bermuda. However, there are a couple of scenarios that if they occur, Guadeloupe can advance. That is if it's a 0-0 draw, French Guyana or Bermuda will go to extra time and penalties. It's worth adding that the CFU this year have said that there are no draws. So there has to be a winner. There has to be a winner. So if it goes to 0-0, it will go to extra time and penalties. If French Guyana or Bermuda win on penalties, Guadeloupe progress on goals scored, which is the fourth classification within the tiebreaker ruling, which is quite mad, to be honest. And the other scenario is if the game finishes 1-1 between French Guyana and Bermuda win on penalties, then Guadeloupe go through again on goals scored. French Guyana can go through if it's a draw 1-1 and they win on pens. And likewise, if it's 2-2 and Bermuda win on pens, then Bermuda can go through. That's on away goals. It is quite complicated. I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence. I wouldn't do that. I have really tried my best to try and work out all the calculations behind it. But it is quite complicated. It's a weird system that the CFU have used. So in a nutshell, this rearranged game between French Guyana and Bermuda, if there's a winner within normal time, fine, French Guyana and Bermuda will go through. However, if it goes to penalties, there are different scenarios that arise. Guadeloupe could go through, they could not go through. It is a little bit messy. So we'll wait and see how that develops. I think personally French Guyana will win that rearranged fixture on home soil. I do, and I think they're going to join Dominican Republic in progressing to the next round. So yeah, Dominican Republic finished first. French Guyana are currently in joint second with Bermuda, who both have 0 points. And then Group 5, the final group, St Kitts and Nevis, Suriname, and St Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, I predicted St Vincent and the Grenadines to advance from this group, and quite surprisingly, They actually finished bottom with 0 points, which is pretty crazy. You've got to give credit to Suriname and St Kitts and Nevis, but Vincey Heat now are in a really, really bad patch of form. They haven't won since October 2015 in the third round World Cup qualifier against Aruba. They've been on a pretty dire run of form in 2018 World Cup qualifying. They haven't won yet across 4 games in the fourth round. They lost 2-1 to Suriname and then 1-0 to St Kitts and Nevis. So the Sugar Boys finished top. I did actually predict them to do this. They're making very, very good progress. They've got 5 clean sheets now in a row. They're yet to concede in Caribbean Cup qualification, and they've won their last 3 games 1-0. So Jacques Passy the coach has really made them into a solid outfit, while they can still carry a threat going forward. So I think there's a lot of optimism in the St Kitts camp, and I think something special could be made. I know it's early days, but they are one of the most informed teams within the Caribbean at the moment. Suriname, I did not expect them to progress, but their 2-1 victory over St Vincent and the Grenadines, scoring in 90+4, that was enough for them in the end, as they registered 3 points and finished as one of the best runners up. So fair play to them. But for Vincey Heat, really disappointing. I imagine that a new coach will be brought in pretty soon, you would think. They were without Alex Anderson, it's worth noting, for this round. And he was a miss, but they had Myron Samuel. He got on the score sheet against Suriname. They've got some decent players, but quite a lot of these squad members are part-timers, and they're working full-time in a job, and then they're training after work, or they haven't got enough time to properly train or really dedicate themselves to football. So I think that sort of highlighted in the recent games. So there's a lot of work to be done for St Vincent and the Grenadines. So those are the 5 groups altogether. In terms of the third round, games will be played on the 3rd, the 6th and the 9th of October. So there'll be 4 groups of 3. I'm just going through them now. We know Group 4, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominican Republic and Martinique. Group 3 has Puerto Rico and Curacao in it at the moment, and the second best runner-up will join them. Group 2 has Haiti and St Kitts and Nevis in it at the moment. The third best runner-up will join them. And then Group 1 has Jamaica in at the moment, and there are 2 teams still to be put into that group. As I say, all this will become clearer after that French Guyana-Bermuda game. Bermuda actually asked for, I think it was 60,000, or I think it was $60,000 or actually might have been a figure a little bit lower than that. They asked for a figure of money anyway from the CFU to travel back to French Guyana. So I think they're low on funds, so it'll be interesting to see if CFU actually respond to that, give them the money, and then they can rearrange and get on with the game for the rearranged fixture. But it will become clear after that result. And then the 4 winners progress to the Caribbean Cup finals in May 2017, and the 3 best runners-up qualify for the 5th place playoff, and then they'll go on to play Central America's equivalent, whoever finishes best out of the Caribbean playoff teams, if that makes sense. So we could potentially have 5 Caribbean teams at next year's Gold Cup, potentially. And I'll put on Twitter as well that I think it's good to see teams like Puerto Rico and St Kitts and Nevis advancing to the final round of qualification, because since its inception in 1989, the Caribbean Cup, only 5 teams have lifted the trophy. Trinidad and Tobago 8 times, Jamaica 6 times, Martinique once in 1993, Haiti once in 2007, and Cuba once in 2012. So I think it's good that there's a bit more variety there, and it gives some up and coming teams an opportunity to stake a claim and advance to the finals, which would be great, and really sort of drive competition within the region. So I'm going to be looking to follow as much Caribbean Cup action as possible in October. hopefully I can link up with Reggae Boys Commentary again with Simon Preston. He's doing a great job with his YouTube channel. And then in November and May we'll have the playoff games and the actual Caribbean Cup finals itself. So lots to look forward to. My website is of course www.thehomeofcaribbeanfootball.com, and then Twitter is @CaribbeanFootball, football abbreviated to FTBL. So yeah, thanks very much for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed that. As I say, some of our predictions were okay. Others were a little bit dodgy. I really didn't expect Dominican Republic to finish first or Vinci Heat to crash out at this stage. But that's the beauty of football, I guess. So thanks for listening, and bye for now.